want to make your ears bleed. You guys know that? Because I start getting loud and fired up. My ears are ringing right now. Just from all the conference calls I've been doing today and all the phone calls I've been making. Just so fired up and excited. And I can't even sit still, man. So I'm just telling you guys right now, I know that everybody right now is thinking to themselves, man, this is it. Real briefly, I'm just going to share with you as we wrap up here tonight, and then we're going to take a break, and we've got a training prepared. That's why I came out. Real briefly, I'll share with you my background. I actually got started in this industry on February 15th of 96. I came to an event just like this. And unlike you guys, I wasn't as open-minded as you guys. I was negative. I was skeptical. I was doubtful. But at the same time, I was hopeful because, see, I needed a change in my life for the better. You know, I was working at Boomers right here in Irvine. You guys know where Boomers is, I'm sure, right off the 405? I worked on turn 6 for Thunder Road. Do you guys see that? And I used to hold a sign up that said no bumping, right? And on the flip side, it said slow down. And I wore my little orange vest and my little pink hat. And I hated my job. Do you guys see that? Like, I was not passionate. Every day I wasn't like, yes, I can't wait to get to Boomers. This is going to be a dream come true. You know what I mean? Like, this is it. This is going to be such an exciting day. I can't even wait. Like, it's going to be awesome. Never felt like that in my life. So I'm like, seriously, was not excited about what I was doing. And I'm worried about my future. You know, like, I know many of you probably came from wealthy backgrounds and successful backgrounds. I came from a very poor family. Like, my dad ran away from home when I was a little kid. And my mom had no source of income, so we grew up on government programs and welfare. And we moved to California from Indiana, you know, and when we moved to California, we lived in, you know, right off in here off the 5 freeway in Red Hill. There's that place, the hotel called the Key Inn, right by that. Now it's at Denny's. It used to be at Fat Freddy's right next to Tucson High School. We used to live at the Key Inn. And then we moved to the La Quinta Inn. And then we moved to the back of a pickup truck. And then we moved to a garage. And then I bounced around for garages after garage after garage after garage. My mom would rent garages from people. And, you know, we couldn't, after about 30 days, they found out that she didn't have any money. So then we moved to another garage, you know. And I was bouncing around with my sister. I got the chance to move in with her whenever I was in high school. And because she got married. And her husband had called me when I was in high school. And that's how I got introduced to this industry. I was still 17 years old. Do you guys see? So you know I've got some experience in this industry. Do you guys see that? So when I got introduced to this industry, right, and this wasn't secret. I know somebody's like, wait a second, how'd you get introduced to secret 17 years ago? I had a guy come up to me when I was in Indiana doing an event. And he was from Kentucky. He goes, boy, I don't understand all this stuff y'all talk about. Sound like some nonsense to me. I go, excuse me? He goes, sound like some nonsense, boy. He goes, how did you get involved in secret 17 years ago? I'm like, oh, man. You know what? The Midwest is great. Did you guys see that? So here's what I'll share with you is when I got it, is it okay if we have fun?
Yeah.
Because I'm like 6'6" is past fun. Do you guys see that? Listening to Tommy, I'm like, you know what? I've got a little bit of space to roam a little bit. You know what I mean? Because he operated on the edge a couple times there talking about all this funny stuff. I'm like, hey, I like this guy. You know what I mean? Because now I can kind of get out a little bit and have fun and not get in trouble. But you guys are serious, man. I don't know. What's up with this group, Tommy? No, I'm just kidding. So when I got involved in this industry, I was scared. You know what I mean? Because I'd never been around success. I never graduated high school, never went to college. So I thought that I was destined for mediocrity. You know what I mean? I thought I was destined for failure. And I thought I was just going to be doing, you know, manual labor, doing construction like everybody else in my family. And then when I saw this industry for the first time, I thought to myself, what if? Can you guys imagine thinking that? I thought, what if? What if they would show me how to do it? And what if I just learned? That'd probably be a smart move. So I got started in this industry on February 15th of 96. And that first business that I got involved in 1996, it was $1,295 to get started. Okay. And now I didn't even have $1. Do you guys see that? No, I'm not joking. Like when I say I didn't have $1, I didn't have $1 at all. Like $0. Like I took all the change from out of my car, like picking change out of the, you get what I'm saying, to put it in to the car to make it to the meeting. I mean, I was dead broke when I got introduced to this industry. And why I share this with you is because of this, okay? I didn't know if I could do it or not, and I didn't have the resources. And that first night, I was scared, I was nervous, I didn't know, but I knew that what I was doing wasn't going to work. You guys see that? I enrolled somebody recently in the business, and they said, Tim, what's the chance of me really honestly becoming wealthy here? And I said, here's the question. What's the chance of you honestly becoming wealthy right now at the grocery store you work at? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, really, what's the real honest to godness? Like, it's like, even if there's a 1% chance you could get wealthy here, guess what 1% beats? The 0% chance that's right now on your fingertips at your job. Do you guys see that? Yeah. So I'm like, dude, like, you know what I mean? Like, I knew what I was doing wasn't going to work. And I thought, what's the worst thing that can happen? I get involved in this business, and I lose out on $1,295. Then I thought, wait a second. The worst thing that can happen is I walk out the door and I lose out on an opportunity of a lifetime. Do you guys see that? And and my brother-in-law said, right when they were done, they said, turn to the person who brought you and ask him how you can get started. And I turned to my brother-in-law and I'm thinking, how am I going to tell this guy that I don't have any money? Well, it was obvious I was broke. You guys get that? Looking back at it, I had a tank top on. I had my best tank top on. Do you guys see that? I had my jogging pants on and slippers. I had hair down my shoulders and it was back in a ponytail. And I'm thinking, how am I going to tell this guy that I don't have any money? He already knew. Do you guys get that? Everyone that ever saw me knew. You know what I mean? Like, I had broke written all over me. So I'm like, how do I tell this guy? Right when it was over, he said, hey, and he goes, you're broke, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, I knew it, right? And I'm like, whoa. He's sitting next to his twin brother, and he's like, see, I told you. And I'm like, wait a second, guys, I can hear you right now. Like, you guys are saying this out loud. Like, so why don't you keep this quiet a little bit, right? You know what I mean? Like, you know, twins have like a mental telepathy, like they say, and they can kind of read people's minds. Like, these guys weren't reading each other's minds. They were just making fun of me out loud. And I go, look, I don't have any money. They said, we know. That's why we brought you here. I'm thinking to myself, what? You brought me here to show me this, to torture me? You know what I mean? Like, let's take a starving man to a buffet and just have him look around. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, who does that, right? So I'm like, I don't even know, like, why you would do that. And they said, well, we know you're broke and you're going to remain broke if you don't get started. I said, look, you can be mean to me all night long. It's not going to put $1,295 in my pocket so I can do this business. He said, well, guess what? Then I guess you're going to miss it, aren't you? And I'm like, what do you mean? They go, we're already in, man. I go, how did you get the money? I know you're broke. He goes, man, we put on our credit card. I go, well, obviously I don't have a credit card. He goes, yeah, that's obvious. And I go, how am I going to get the money? He goes, I don't know, man, but at least I don't have to worry about becoming wealthy now. I go, what do you mean? He goes, I showed this to you. So when I become rich beyond my wildest imagination, I don't have to explain to you why I got rich. Wow. I'm like, damn, dude, I don't want to miss it. I go, it's going to take me some time. He goes, how long? I go, it's going to take me like a week. He goes, look, if it takes you a week, the people you bring in is going to take them a week, and the people they bring in is going to take them a week, and you're going to have a bunch of weak people. He goes, if you want to make money, he goes, you need to find the money now. I go, how does that work? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how am I going to find the money? Like, I don't think that it's like in my seat cushion in my car. Like, I don't have the money. I've never had $1,295 for in my life. He goes, then I guess you're going to miss out. He goes, but don't forget that we showed this to you. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go get the money. And I'm going to get started. He goes, I'm going to give you 24 hours. He goes, if you can't get started, he goes, if you can't find $1,295 in 24 hours, don't waste my time. You guys know those bumps in your back? You guys have those too? Like the backbone? Yeah. He had one. Do you guys see that? And he used it. Wow. Do you guys understand? Like, you got to have a backbone, not a wishbone. And he told me, he's like, look, I'm going to give you 24 hours. And I went out there, you guys, and I went out that next day on a Friday. I got started. I saw this business on a Thursday. On a Friday night, I went out there and I went to everybody I knew at first at school, starting like in the morning when I went to school. And I go, hey, you got 5 on it, you got 5. And I started collecting money from everybody that I know. And I got a stack of 1s and 5s like this big. And I came back with the application, you know. And I'm like, are you sure this is going to work? And he grabbed the application and he grabbed the money. He goes, Tim, you don't need to worry about whether this thing works. You need to worry about whether you're going to work. I'm like, dude, calm down over here, Randy Macho Man Savage. Like, I'm ready to do it. You know what I mean? And he's like, here's what you need to do. He goes, you just need to sit here while I go get your box. I'm like, yeah, where's my box at, right? So he goes to his car, comes back, he gives me my box. And I go, all right, sweet, what do I do with my box? He looked at me, looked at the box. He goes, what do you mean, what do you do with your box? I go, what do I do with this box? He goes, I don't know, man. You're my first guy to get in. I'm like, what? You don't know what you're doing? He's like, no, man, I have no idea. He's all, I'm stoked, though, because I finally got one. Oh, you finally got, like, I just got. He's like, yeah, I've been doing this for 2 weeks. He's like, man, I never thought anybody would do this. I'm like, what? You don't know what you're doing? He goes, no, man. I'm like, oh, my God. He goes, but you know what, Joe? The guy that got me in, that works at the grocery store with me, he knows what he's doing. I'm like, well, put me on the phone with Joe. He's like, he's already got 20 people on his team. And I'm like, all right, well, Joe, what do I need to do? And Joe goes, ask your brother-in-law if he's filled out his blueprint yet. I go, you filled out your blueprint yet? And he starts shaking his head. I go, he says no. And he goes, ask him if he's been on a conference call yet. I go, you been on a conference call? He goes, I go, Joe, I don't even think he knows what a conference call is. He goes, ask him if he's been to the training yet. I go, you been to the training yet? He goes, I go, dude, this guy's not doing anything, right, is he? He goes, no. He goes, if you want to be successful, do not do what he's doing. Because it is definitely not going to win. He goes, if you want to be successful, you have to follow the proven plan of action. And I'm like, what? Tell me about the proven plan of action. That just sounds like a good idea to me. He goes, you got to be at this training Saturday morning. I'm like, tell me the address. We didn't have like text messaging back then or telephones. You know what I mean? Like, we had pagers. Do you guys see that? So I'm like writing down this information. Right? I was at a payphone when I'm talking to Joe. And I'll never forget this. I'm writing down the address. And I'm like, I will be there Monday morning. They said at 9 a.m. I got to be there. I'll be there at 8. Because I do not want to live the life. I was disgusted with my life. I don't know if you guys ever felt like you wanted to change your life before, but like I was not pumped about the direction I was headed. And that first day, you guys, they showed me something, okay? And I'm going to share it with you today. But it's actually something that really opened up my mind to the possibilities. And some of this stuff you guys already know, but if you take a look, America's a land of opportunities. I'm sure everybody would agree with me, right? No one's jumping out of bed, or jumping out of, jumping on a boat going to Poland. Would you guys agree with that? No one's like, man, if I could just get to Poland, dude, or I could get to Cuba, that would be like the dopest thing. You guys see that? But if you look at America, right, and you look at 100 college graduates, what's happening? Watch this. If you look at 100 college graduates and you track them after 40 years of working, guess what you'll find out? That 1% of these 100 college graduates, guess what? Are wealthy. Okay? Now, guess what? 4 of them are financially independent. Okay? And I thought wealth and financial independence were the same thing. What I found out is wealth means that you have an abundance, like a surplus of money. Good idea, right? Financial independence means you can maintain the same quality of lifestyle that you now live. You don't have to worry about bills. Pretty good idea too, right? Now, 5% of the people are working. These aren't the people that are, guess what? Working because they want to. These are people that, guess what? Are working because they have to. You guys all know people like that, right? 36% of people, they don't make it age 65, they're dead. Number one thing that kills men in America is heart-related problems, right? The majority of heart attacks happen Monday morning between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. So I tell you, people would rather die than go to work. Would you guys agree with that? Right? And 54% of people are DB, right? Who's DB? That's dead broke. Do you guys see that? So basically, my mentor shows this to me when I got involved in the business. He said, Tim, 5% of the people are successful, 95% of the people aren't. And you guys probably know this because you can go to the U.S. Department of Labor.org website and see all this stuff. But I was like, what are these people doing? You know what I mean? Because I'm not a very smart guy, but guess what? I didn't eat a bottle of stupid pills this morning. You guys see that? I just need to find out what these people do, and guess what? Do it. Find out what these people do, and guess what? Don't do it. You guys see how smart that is? Like, if this guy gets good grades, I'm just going to sit right next to him and write down the same answers. Do you guys get that? But what do they call that, right? Growing up as kids, they call that what? Cheating. The reality is that's called not being like a knucklehead. Do you guys see it? Have you guys ever tasted Pepsi-Cola before? Have you tasted the Coca-Cola before? Have you tasted a similarity? Like there's a little bit of a similarity there. Do you guys see that? Have you ever tasted 7-Up and Sprite? Have you ever noticed there's a little similarity to that? Do you guys see it? So it's like, look, guess what? When something works, guess what you do? You just duplicate it. You just copy it. Control-C, Control-V. You guys see that? Is that what it's called? So watch what happens. My mentor showed me, says, let me show you what the 5% do, and guess what? I'm going to show you what the 95% do. I thought to myself, that's a pretty good idea. He said, Tim, the 95%, he goes, here's what they do. They have a place that they live. They call that place home. And I know right away, you look at my artwork and you think to yourself, man, you know what? No wonder this guy's successful. He's freaking, Picasso or Rembrandt over here. Like, this guy's magic. Don't worry, you don't have to be an artist to become successful here. Do you guys see that? Because I know, you know what I mean? I don't want to make you guys jealous of my artwork. But I worked at Boomers, right? So people have a place that they work, right? That they call what? Work. Do you guys see that? And on Monday morning, typically what people will do is they'll jump out of bed. Would you guys agree with that? And they'll go to work. Have you guys ever known anybody do that? Maybe they'll smack their alarm clock a couple times. What's that big butt? You know what I mean, right? So they'll have an abusive relationship with the alarm clock, smack that thing a couple times, right? And then finally they'll negotiate with themselves. Isn't it true? Or isn't that true? They start saying, man, I'll brush my teeth on the way to work. I'll take a shower later tonight. You know what I mean? I can put my clothes on in the car. Yeah. I see women sometimes putting their makeup on. And I'm like, what? What are they doing? You're not allowed to text and drive, but you can freaking put makeup on? Come on. on, dude. After work, guess what I would do? All right, I would jump out of bed on Monday morning. I would go to work, and after work, guess where I'd go? Home, right? And then guess what I would do on Tuesday? I would go to what? Work. And then Tuesday night, guess where I'd go? Home. Then Wednesday, I'd wake up and I'd go to what? Work. And then Wednesday night, I'd go home. You guys starting to see a pattern that's starting to... then Thursday, I'd go to work, and then Thursday night, I'd go home. Can you guys see that? Friday, I'd go to work, and then I'd go to the bar. Do you guys see that? You know what I'm talking about. And then I would go home, right? Tommy knows. He's partied with me, bro. We've been to some crazy-ass places, bro. Secrets in this all over the world. And then guess what I would do? Saturday, I would look for some Excedrin. Sunday, I would go to church and ask for forgiveness for what I was doing over here. And then guess what I would do? Grind it all out again. Homework, 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 homework. Do you guys ever remember doing homework when you were kids? That wasn't fun, was it? No way, right? So this is what most people do. 95% of people do this. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a second, time out. Wait a second. If 95% of the people do that, what did the 5% do? Because that's what I need to find out. I thought everybody did that. Come to find out that 5% of the people do something completely different than that. Would that be a good idea to find out what they do? Yes. Yeah, right? How do you want to live the rest of your life? Can you guys see that? How many of you guys agree with me the rest of your life's a long time? Hopefully, right? So guess what? Why don't we live the rest of our life with a lot of choices? Do you guys see that? You guys sometimes you come to an event like this and be like, oh, you guys talk about money. Well, it's a business meeting. Usually that's what you talk about in a business meeting is business. But look, I can tell you guys right now, out of all the people in the room, I'm the most unmotivated person by money. Do you guys see it? Why? Because I've got a surplus of it. Do you guys see it? When you don't have a lot of money, that's when you're motivated. When do you need oxygen? When you're underwater. Would you guys agree with that? You're not like walking around and be like, this stuff is off the Richter scale. Do you guys get that? Where did you find all this oxygen? It's when you don't have it is when it really serves a purpose. Would you guys agree with that? So once you get a lot of it, I can tell you from experience, if you have $20 million in the bank or $25 million in the bank, that extra $5 million is not going to make you any happier. Do you understand that? Once you have money out of the way, you have money out of the way. Then your brain opens up. Do you guys get that? And you see things differently. You understand? You get so excited because you get to see the world in a different space. So what would you do if you never had to worry about money again? Everyone's got dreams. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. How many of you guys have got dreams? The rest of you guys got nightmares or what, right? But no matter what, isn't it true that no matter what, right? Whether you have dreams or nightmares, you're still looking for a solution. So here's what I can share with you, is what would you do with the rest of your life if you never had to worry about money again? Just think about it. What would be different? Because what money gives you is time. You understand? It gives you freedom. It gives you choices. That's all it does. You understand? You don't have to worry about things. Okay? So, not everything, right? I'm still ugly. Right? So I'm still fat, ugly, and my voice is annoying. I know you guys want to rip your ears off. You're thanking God I didn't use that microphone. we would have had a rumble, right? Royal Rumble right here, right? So here's what the 5% do, right? Is the 5% what they're called is the boss, right? Now, sometimes if you own a business, right, and it's a small business, and you have to be there in order for you to operate it, that's basically like buying a job. Do you guys get that? That's that's even worse than anything. That's even worse than having a job is buying a job. Do you guys see that? Like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like I see people, like you ever been in a restaurant before and you see like, you walk into like I'll go to Subway sometimes, my son likes to eat Subway, and he'd be like, I'll walk into Subway and I'll see like somebody like just working really hard. Right. That guy's the owner. Would you agree with that? Because no one else cares. They're on their phone, on Facebook, you know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing, dude? So some people own jobs, right? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a big business where you don't have to be there in order for you to generate income. Where you can be at the golf course drinking pink lemonade on Tuesday, right? That's what the 5% do, is they're the boss. Can you see that? And then guess what they do? They hire people to go do homework for them. Right? They buy these people's time wholesale and they sell it retail. That's what they do, right? So they have a level of managers here, depending on the size of the corporation. Then they have a level of like middle managers here. And then they have like, this is where I used to work at, my little pink hat, my orange vest, my little go-kart sign that said no bumping, pissed off, long hair. This was me. You guys see that? Now, was I becoming wealthy or financially independent?
No.
What was the chance of me becoming a 5% in this plan? It's absolutely not available. So you know what's the most non-motivating thing in the world? The most non-motivating thing in the world is wanting to go in a direction and you're going in the opposite direction. That is so non-motivating. Like if you're like, dude, let's go to Northern California right now. Let's go to San Jose. All right? And we get in the car and we start going on the 5 South. Right? What do you need, right? A personal growth development book, right? To get more motivated. Like, let's just get fired up. You know what I mean? Like, woo! Right? It's like, dude, that's not going to help you. You understand what I'm saying? You're going in the opposite direction of your goal. And that's what most people do their entire life. They want something, but they don't do what's required to get there. That's not very fun. Do you know what I mean? That's not fun at all. And that's what I was doing, right? I didn't want to become wealthy because I didn't think it was available. No one I knew was wealthy. I was just like, man, I want to be happy. And my mentor said, what's going to make you happy? Fighting rush hour traffic for the rest of your life? I thought, damn, dude, that's true. You guys ever seen people in rush hour traffic? You guys live in Southern California, I'm sure. You know what I mean? I live right down the street here, right? If I ever want to get inspired, someone's like, where do you find motivation? If I'm ever lacking motivation, I'll just go to the freeway and sit over there and just watch those people. They're like ants, like drones. They look like the light, like. And then the fun thing to do is to go like a little bit slower, like not be like right next to the car in front of you. People lose their mind. What are you doing, dude? There's like at least 20 yards. This guy's crazy, man. It's like, whoa, I'm the crazy one. So here's what's going on. This is where I was at, right? Definitely not going to become wealthy or financially independent boomers. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. You don't have to have a genius IQ to figure that out. You don't need a degree from Harvard to figure out the fact that at boomers, I'm never going to become wealthy. Isn't it true? Now, the guy above me, his name was Ryan. He had a big walkie-talkie. You guys see that? His name was Ryan. He had a walkie-talkie. It was splendid. It was like unbelievable. Now, let me ask you this question. He made 50 cents more an hour than me. So was he becoming wealthy? What was the chance of this guy becoming wealthy? Nothing. He just had a walkie-talkie, got the boss me around, so he felt like a champion. Do you guys see that? The difference between him and me was what? I was eating top ramen noodles. Do you guys see that? This guy was eating McDonald's. That was the difference, right? This guy right here was the one that got to supersize his fries, though. Do you guys see that? The manager, this guy was like crushing it. Like, damn, you got the supersized fries? And you're not even going to eat all of them? What? How do you do that? Is that even possible? Like, wow. This is ridiculous. Now, what's the chance of this guy, right? Is this guy ever going to make it to here? No, because there's always an SOB. Every company has an SOB. Would you guys agree with that? Yeah. Right? The son of the boss who's going to scoop up this spot, right? So this is corporate America right here. Do you guys see this? I never got a chance to do much of it. I worked in Boomers for 1 year, but I didn't like the way it was going. Do you guys see that? I'm the type of person when the milk is spoiled, a bigger glass is not going to make it taste any better. Do you guys get that? It's like, damn, dude, the milk doesn't taste good at all. No, dude, it's spoiled. Like there's like a layer on it. It's really bad. It's like chunky. I don't think it smells really bad. Well, just give me a bigger glass. I'll make this work. Do you guys get what I'm saying? That's what some people do, right? Isn't it true? Their job's not working, so they get a second one. Right? I'm just going to work overtime. It's like, you think that plan's going to work? I think if you're doing something that's not working, you need to do something that does work. You guys see that? Now, does everybody that gets started in secret become wealthy? Not everybody becomes wealthy, but can everybody become wealthy? Yes. That's the deal. It wasn't possible in this plan. So the fact that it's possible gets everybody thinking to themselves, man, this is exciting. I like this. But what do you got to do? The key is you got to get started. Do you guys see that? Everybody right now is getting a professional package. They want to get started. They want to make as much as they can as fast as they can. The question you have to ask yourself, do you want to make as much as you can as fast as you can? Or do you want to make as little as you can for as long as you can? Right? If you want to make as much as you can as fast as you can, people always ask me, say, Tim, where do I get started? Well, the question is, where do you want to end up? You want to get a professional package so you can make as much as you can as fast as you can. So there's 3 types of people that take a look at this program. Do you guys see that? And what I'm going to do real quickly, guys, I'm going to actually jump into showing you guys how to do this, okay? Right now. So here's the deal. There's 3 types of people that take a look at this program. Now, we don't know how to read minds. We have a phenomenal training program. It's one of the best training programs I've ever seen. Here's what is not part of our training program, is mind reading. Do you guys get that? So we don't know how to read minds. So the person that invited you here is an agent. Do you guys see that? And they've already been trained. Are you seeing that? And guess what they're going to do? Right whenever we're done, they're going to turn to you and say, hey, where do you see yourself? Are you an A, a B, or a C? They're going to do that. Okay? Unless they're brand new, which is awesome. Then that means that you're getting started. You guys can both learn together. Do you guys see that? But here's the type of people that there are, right? A's, B's, and C's. C's look like this. Do you guys see that? Now here's what B's look like. B's look like this. And here's what A's look like. I call it a banana sideways. Do you guys get that? They're so fired up they could eat a banana sideways, right? So here's what's going on, right? Your C's are like, I don't see it. Here's the deal. When you do this all the time, you get these things called dynamic wrinkles. Do you guys see that? And you actually need to try our Green Line product. Do you guys understand that? So you actually, C stands for customer. At least be a customer. You know what I mean? Like, at least have a better relationship with your mirror. Would you guys agree with that? Right? Here's the deal, right? You don't have to see yourself all the time. You only have to see yourself when you look in the mirror. But everybody else has to see you all the time, so guess what? Get some products. Do it for them. I'm using these products for you. What a servant. Then you got your B's. Your B's are like this. But this. Tell me about exactly what comes in the professional package. Okay, what's the exact retail on a professional package? How do I max out the 15% team commissions on my lesser lake binary? Okay, tell me, is it 2/3, 1/3 split? Okay, how do I max out the compensation plan at $25,000 a week? But this, but that, and have all these questions. The reason why people have questions and but is because they're trying to hide the fact that they're broke. Do you see that? Look, if you don't have, look, $1,699 right now to get a professional package. You need to get 2 of them. You understand? Because if you get, let me ask you this question. If you're getting $4,200 worth of product for $1,699, common sense tells us what? If I'm getting $4,200 worth of product for $1,699, that looks like a pretty good idea. Because that means if I need money, guess what I can do? Boom. You guys see how smart that is? So here's the deal. I know some of you right now, you're like, man, you know what? I got started and I didn't get a professional package. Well, then guess what? Get one. You're allowed to upgrade. You understand? Everybody wants to upgrade their life. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. Everybody wants to upgrade their freedom. Everybody wants to have more. Do you understand? The best way to have more is to upgrade your life. You want to upgrade your package. Do you guys see that? Because the last thing in the world you want to do is have a little package. Isn't that true? Let's face it, right? No one wants to have a tiny package. Because people are going to, my wife always says, packages are hereditary. If you have a small package, the people you bring in, they're going to have small packages, and you're going to have a bunch of small package people running around. She says, this is what my wife says. She says, get a big package. You know what I mean? So get yourself a pro pack, okay? That's my only chance of having a big package. Is it okay if we have fun? Yes! Because we just passed it, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm going to have to turn around and go get it. But no, if you don't have the resources, get it. Right? People say sometimes, I don't have the money. Well, how much do you have in your savings? Exactly. How much do you have in your checking? Exactly. You understand? If you have to pay your rent late, then do it. If you have to pay your car payment late, do it. How much do you have on your credit cards? Like, find a way. You understand? Dude, guys, I was just on the phone yesterday, or actually earlier today, with one of my good friends, Josh Wiles. Josh Wiles, when he got involved in the business, he took his television off of his wall and sold it to get the money to get involved. 6 months. 6 months became a 6-figure ring earner with the company. You understand? How much is your television costing you? I guarantee you that's the most expensive piece of furniture in your entire house is 2 things, your couch and your television. If you got rid of both of them, you'd find the time and the money to make it happen. I'm a firm believer that your couch cost you $400,000 minimum last year. That's how much it cost you last year. Wow. Here's what I was, man. I was an A. A's look like this. They're like, A is action, right? A is application. A is agent. You guys see that? Here's the deal. I know the majority of you guys, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead. We can just grab these and pass them around, okay? If you've already got one and you're an agent, take some more because you're going to be filling a lot of these out, okay? A lot of these out. I'm just going to go and start passing everything around. What a genius. Sometimes you just come up with good ideas like, wait a second, let's just start passing stuff around. I'm going to give you guys a couple things. First, the application. This right here is your 90 to Ignite list. This right here is your blueprint. Woo! And then over here is, guess what? Their Mission 90 to Ignite understanding. Here's what everybody's doing right now. Right now, you got to be thinking, what do I want to do? Okay, let me show you guys right now, and I'm going to do a real quick training, and then we're going to get out of here. Okay, because I know that everyone right now is so fired up they can't stand it. Here's the deal. First thing you do is what? Okay, number one thing you do is secure your position, secure your spot. What does that mean? Okay, let me explain to you guys what that means right here. Okay. Right? Don't worry. That's all that's coming off. Do you guys see that? I know the women in the room are getting sick to their stomachs. Oh, God. Here's what it is. If this is you right here, picture this. This is what I show people right away, right after I expose them to the business. Okay? This is what I show them. It's a little training. Okay? And let's say this is me. Okay? But in this situation, would this be your sponsor? Right? So, this is what you want to show them. Okay? If this is what you want to show them. I'm your sponsor. This is you. Okay? I'm building two lines. Okay? Meaning what? It's a binary. So I'm bringing in people like this. And then they're going to be building lines. Okay? And these people are going to be building their organizations. Okay? Well, that's three. Okay? So what happens is then this organization is growing. Okay? And I'm going to bring some more people. And this is you. Right here. If you get started right here, then guess where you go? Right here. Okay? And my upline is going to get fired up. And they might start bringing some people in too. Okay? And I'm bringing in these legs, and these legs are all growing. Do you guys see what we're doing? We're building this team. Are you guys following me on this so far, you guys? Some of you guys look perplexed. You're building a distribution network, right? We're doing what McDonald's did. Right? And I saw this for the first time. I said, oh, this is the triangle thing. My brother goes, that's the reason why you're broke, Tim. You're broke because you're an idiot. This is called networking. I said, what's that? He goes, the opposite of your life. Your life's called not working. This is networking, okay? And I was like, okay. So what happens is if this is you right here and you get started right now, you're going to be locked into this position, right? Now, if you don't get started now, then you're going to go down here. You understand the difference? It's all about timing. So you want to secure your spot when? Now. Do you guys see what you're doing? So I show this to people so they understand what I mean when I say secure your position. Secure your spot tonight, okay? Right now. Right now, okay? And the second thing that you want to do is, guess what? You want to, pick your package, okay? Pick your pack. Everyone already did, right? We're all basically signing up today saying, hey, look, you know what? I'm going to get a professional package. Done deal, okay? Now, there's two starter kits that you can get, okay? There's this one on the top. It says $49. This is the secret one. It's really sexy, okay? It's really sexy. For $49, it's off the charts, okay? There's another one right here. It's called the $99 one. Looks like a bulletproof case. That's if you're in case you're gonna, really go to battle. You got a bulletproof case. It looks like a bulletproof case. I don't think it is, but it's ridiculously cool. It's sexy. Okay. What I do, the new team that I'm building, I make everybody get this $99 case. That's what I do. I'm not telling you they have to do it. There's no extra bonus volume on it. Because you're like, wait a second, there's no bonus volume on it. It's like, you know what? I want to equip people, make them look sexy. You guys get that? Okay? And if I make people look sexy, then guess what happens? Automatically win. Okay? So, bam. Bottom line. So pick your pack. Okay? Right now. Okay? The third thing is set up your auto reorder. Okay? Your auto reorder is also called your replenishment. Right? So set up your replenishment. What does that mean? That means that guess what? You want to be on a monthly auto reorder. Why? Because you want to stay active. Why? So you protect your commissions. Protect your monies. Do you guys see that? Like, you guys ever been to a bank that's FDI certified? You guys see that? That's a good idea. You want to make sure that your bank account, the secret, is FDI certified. What's that mean? That means that this is you, okay, and then one leg is blown out, right? Let's say that we're blowing out this team, and this other leg is not growing as fast. All you got to do is this organization is going to be putting in something called bonus volume. Everybody with me on this? Yes. Every product that's promoted through your organization, every product that's promoted throughout your organization, every package, there's a bonus volume attached to it. That bonus volume adds up. Are you guys seeing that? Okay? And as long as you're active, that money keeps on accruing. And And guess what you do to unlock it? You just put volume in over here. And as soon as volume comes in over here, it doesn't have to match 50-50. You only have to do 1/3 of the volume here in order to get your monies. That's huge. That people don't understand the power of that. Some people say, wait a second. You only have to build 1/3? Yeah, 1/3. So this is huge. So it's twice as easy to get your monies over here. One of my buddies I met earlier, man, he's like, man, I was involved in a juice business with you. I came over to your house and you sold me a bunch of juice. My bad. But all I'm saying is, guess what? I made a lot of money selling juice, but guess what the problem was? No one else could sell it. No one's like, oh my God, this $45 bottle of juice, this is what I've been waiting for. Do you guys see that? Like, no one's doing that. That's why that company didn't make it, right? Here's what I'll share with you guys. All this is a good idea, okay? So if you stay active, which is stay on your replenishment, you build up all those monies. Wow. I like that. I like that. So guess what that's called? Set up your replenishment, okay? Stay active. Always stay active, okay? The number 4 thing that you want to do is what? BP, right? Your blueprint. This right here is the lifeblood of your business. You understand? Fill out your blueprint. Okay? Don't try to reinvent the wheel. Like we were on a cabinet call the other day and someone's like, how can we make things better? And I go, you can't. Like, that's the hardest thing in the world. To try to make this better.